Ladies and gentlemen, have you enjoyed Coronation Day at Badminton? Yes! Oh, it sounds like you've been rained on all day. Come on, have you enjoyed Coronation Day at Badminton? Yes! Well done. With me are our top three. I'll give that straight to our leader, Canter with Lordship's Graflo, last year's second place. Oliver Townend is back with us. Solid Spring still sits third. And spoiling the joke of the day, Kitty King on Coronation Day is in second with R9803. But we'll start with Ros. Ros, Penco's Crown Jewel went so well for you yesterday. Walter, Lordship's Graflo came in today and absolutely laid down. Tell us about your test, because it can't have been easy in that ground.
No, although the arena held up really, really well. Walter's very light boned and very light on his feet, so he handled it, I think, as well as any. And yeah, I was absolutely delighted with him. He's been, steadily improving all winter. So I'm just really, it's just really exciting to be able to show him at his best, really.
So looking forward now, you've got Jasmine, Penco's Crown Jewel first. You've got Walter, Lordship's Graflo second. Does that now feel like a good way around with the weather we have for cross country? That, Jasmine, a little bit less experience goes first, but Walter might have to do some mud plugging later on.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? I think we just, we're just going to have to take every jump as it comes, try and read the ground as best we can, and hopefully give the horses, confidence, be positive, but at the same time, bear in mind how they're feeling underneath us. I think right now, maybe none of us really know how it's going to ride, so it's great to be at the top today, but with such small differences between us all, I think it's possibly irrelevant at the moment.
Yeah, so you said it's a little bit, but we don't know how it's going to ride because the weather, we've got 12 more hours of whatever it's going to do to us, but what are your thoughts on the track?
Yeah, I think it's a great track. It's really big in places. There's lots to think about. I'm going to go and have another walk in a minute, but we're at Badminton and we just don't know the effect of the ground coming towards the end. So it's just going to be a case of getting stuck in, doing the best we can, and hopefully jumping every jump and trying to get to the finish.
Thank you very much. Let's hand it over to Kitty. Kitty with R9803. Second after Dressage. You were our Dressage leader at Burley last year and still ended up top 10 despite the fact that the rest of the week wasn't quite on your side. A little niggle cross country, a little niggle on the final day. Is luck on your side here this evening?
Well, I hope so. It'd be wonderful if it was, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just really proud of how he coped today. He's super in the arena, and there's plenty to do tomorrow. So tomorrow's another day, and see if luck's on our side, and hopefully I'll give him a good ride.
Just tell us about the ride today. Was it everything you hoped? Because it is a different test to Burley, so it's this new test that we're all getting used to.
Yeah, it's a different test. It actually suited him really well. He's very good at his half passes and things, and so it's nice to have all that room to show it off. And he was just really with me, and he coped with the sloppy ground really well. He really quite enjoys sloppy, dirty ground. Although he's pristine white, thanks to Chloe, he loves getting himself filthy, so he was in his element in there, slopping around. No, I was really pleased with how he coped with everything. He kept with me, tried, and he kept his rhythm really well, so that's all I could ask from him.
Have you sort of sat and looked at the overall picture as well? I know you're a bit of a student in the sport. Have you looked at the judging tendencies? I mean, I have to watch all the scores come in, and it looked like they were doing a pretty good job.
To be honest, I haven't really looked. I kind of always think at the end of the day, all you can do is go out and do your job, and you can't really kind of alter what the judges are up to. So I just went out to do the best I could with Froggy, and I haven't actually looked at any of the scores and the breakdowns and how they've been marking overall, but I think they've been pretty consistent from what I've heard.
Yeah, I think they've been pretty much in agreement across the three of them, and about 20 scores sub 30. Two of those scores for Oliver Townend. You're still in third with Solid Spring, who we spoke about a little bit about yesterday. So I suppose the thing to ask about today is Ballamore class. You're not in the top three, but you're not a million miles away either with a really good 5-star horse.
No, I'd be happy with the position we're in. There isn't the pressure of being in the lead. And And yeah, I'll hopefully have a good night's sleep. And just as the girl said, I don't think it's going to be relevant, to tell you the truth. And I think that I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same three sat here, but at the same time, it wouldn't be surprised if it was a completely different three sat here. So tomorrow night, very ground dependent, weather dependent sport, but on two very good, experienced five-star horses, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these three riders represent 5 excellent horses in the field, but 3 seconds worth of time penalties could make a huge difference to any of the results tomorrow. I mean, I think there's 10 riders between 29.0 and 29.9 on the leaderboard. Oliver, you talked to us a little bit about the cross country yesterday. You said it's not simple, it's not easy, it's not small, but it's straightforward. The question is there in front of you. Has the weather changed that now a little bit?
I don't think so, to a certain extent. Obviously, we're going to have to ride very reactively in terms of you have a slip on a turn, you have to do something quickly, but at the same time, all the distances are very true distances. The lines are all very true lines, but it is a proper 5-star. It's a big jumping effort, and obviously now with the softening ground, it's going to be even more of an effort for us. So it's going to be hard work.
Well, let's see exactly what the weather gods have in store for us, because the rain has gone temporarily. We've got a little bit of a drying wind, and hopefully that might stay with us all night. I'm very, very conscious that all of you look like you're freezing to death. So we might try and wrap this up. As I said, it's great to hear from these three, and they represent 5 excellent winning chances in terms of horses. But this is not going to be a dressage competition. The course already told us that. The weather in the last 36 hours has totally underlined that. And then we've got to come all the way back into this tough ring. It's not flat in there, it's a tough show jumping track on Sunday. But we do wish these three and all of our competitors the very best of luck for tomorrow. I'd love you to give one more round of applause to our top three. Oliver Townend, Suarez Spring, Kizzy King, Bob Williams, and Ross Canter and Lordship Scrappler, hoping to go one better over 2023.